Sinister 2. I remember the reviews when this came out, and they were pretty much across the board horrendous, so I gave it a wide berth. I really liked the first one. I thought it was inventive, scary, thrilling, had a nice take, had an interesting twist at the end, which I'm still not too sure how I sit with that, but I liked the movie. And I was interested in a sequel, but the reviews just kind of killed it for me. And that's just another standpoint as to why people like myself and other reviewers, our opinions are our opinions. You know, if you want to see a movie, don't let any of us put you off it. Go and see it, because eventually it appeared on Netflix. I put on Sinister 2, and generally I was pleasantly surprised. The story this time is about Officer so-and-so from the first movie who is out the force, is starting to track what happened. He knows this, what the outcome was in the first one, why it happened, the houses that people were getting murdered in, and he's pretty much just going through and burning these houses down. And he's found the last one, checked with the buyers, nobody's living there, goes out there to burn it down, and it turns out a woman is kind of squatting in it with her 2 kids, and one of the kids is being visited by these little children ghosty people. If this was a straight rehash of the first one, it wouldn't have held any excitement or mystery, because you already know who the killer is going to be and how it's going to kind of work out. This one takes a different task by showing how the ghosts manipulate the child, showing him the videos to get him to do the murders that you know is kind of going to happen. And it's an interesting take. They're kind of circumventing the first one and kind of sort of showing how it all kind of worked out. And I liked that idea of it. I thought it was interesting and it worked pretty well. Now, the movie is not perfect, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was made out to be. Again, the highlight is the 8mm footage that you're seeing of the previous murders. They're well done, they're creepy. That kind of noise the film makes as it's playing is one of those just really off-putting sounds. The kids were good. The acting is okay. There are some really cheesy lines that make you sort of roll your eyes a little bit. Most of the problems I had with the movie, and I did have a few, was in the final 15 minutes. You know, where the kid is starting to enact his plan. He's going to kill his parents and everybody that's there, and Officer so-and-so tries to get there to save the day. And then you have a kid trying to sort of kill these adults, and you're just like, well, just pick them up and throw them away. You know, it's a child. It's like a 7-8-year-old child. Just pick them up and throw them away. And they don't do that. And then the ghosts start to interact with things, kind of poltergeist style. They're throwing things about the house and blocking doors. And that's where it kind of sort of broke it for me. Then you have the main demon. The main demon in the first one was one of the spookiest images, how he always appeared in the videos and was always kind of watching. And they try and shoehorn him into the movie, but it doesn't really work because they're making the sort of ghosts as the kind of scary part, which is another failure. It's not entirely that scary. I wasn't really creeped out much other than the 8mm videos. As a horror movie, kind of fails because it's not terrifying. It's an interesting subversion of the first movie, showing how the kids are manipulated and turned into the killers. I did like it. I would probably go back and watch it again. It's just not that overly memorable, but it's not terrible either. I would say the movie definitely has more good points than bad points. I thought Sinister 2 was effective in some moments, a little bit silly in other moments, and the finale scene of the movie was kinda why? Not needed to be there. Overall, I would give it 2.5. 5, nothing spectacular, but still better than some of the other horror rubbish that I've seen. Did you see Sinister 2? Did you think it was really crap? Or did you kind of like it? Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.